We are live now. Good morning, folks. Welcome back. My name is Louis. We are here with BoSTEM Virtual Career Chats. Welcome if you are a student joining us. Super excited to have you. For an educator, thank you for taking the time to join us as well. As you know, students, we are here today to learn about career pathways. And today we are here to learn about a career pathway into an engineering company called Jacobs Engineering. And to talk about that today is our special guest, Alicia Kauffman. Welcome, Alicia. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, thank you. So my name is Alicia Kauffman. I work for Jacobs Engineering. I have been with the company for 4 years now. So I got hired in New York City, where I started right out of college, and I didn't really like New York. So I decided to move up to Boston, and since I've been here, I've had travel opportunities to relocate to Costa Rica and the UAE in the Middle East. But a little bit about how I got started with Jacobs. I am from Rhode Island, and I always preferred math and science classes in high school, even though I never really loved school or never excelled in academics. I preferred the math and science backgrounds. So I went to the University of Rhode Island. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to study, but being at a large university, I knew I had options to move around a little bit. So I studied ocean engineering, and I love the water. So I looked at a bunch of different job opportunities through the US Navy, through different consulting companies, and I ended up taking a position for a consulting company with Jacobs Engineering. So right now I'm a technical-based engineer. I do a lot of production work and more of the math and sciences behind a specific design project. And I'm focusing on moving into management. And I eventually want to do economic and policy work, specifically with climate change. So that's about my career path, about how I got where I am.
Can you talk to us a little bit more about when STEM was introduced to you and how you kind of saw that as an opportunity to build a career pathway out of it?
In terms of technology and engineering, I don't think I was ever really introduced to them as what an engineer was. Even when I went into college, I didn't know what engineering meant. And technology, I still don't think I fully understand what exactly that means. I think of our cell phones, our computers. I'm more introduced to the technology side of things from the society that I live in and the culture that I've seen throughout my entire life. Math and sciences, I was really introduced as early as I can remember, and it was more just in school-based, math problems, science problems. But as far as what we hear as STEM, I didn't really even start hearing this word and this concept until I was probably graduating high school or entering college time fields. So it's really great that younger people are being introduced to it earlier in their lives.
Were there any other outside experiences that helped you kind of grasp the skills or the concepts that helped you in your academics? Maybe an after-school program or an internship or something outside of school?
No, I didn't do any internships. As far as after-school programs, when I was very young, I was in them. I don't remember fully about grasping these concepts. I think a big thing, my parents were supportive. I think they expected me to go to college, but never expected me to really excel in an engineering high-demand field. So they were really supportive in making sure I did my homework and studied for exams, and they never got upset if I didn't come home with straight A's or anything like that. And for the mentor, again, a mentor doesn't have to be someone who's a teacher or a parent or a coach. It can be one of your friends in your same grade or even someone younger than you that looks up to you. People will see your skills and what you're good at And you just have to really remember those people and appreciate them and know that they see something in you. So you should see it in yourself as well.
Alicia, I just want to shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit more about, the entry level experiences for you. What was it like to kind of enter into a new role or an engineering company starting off? And, related to that question, what does your day-to-day look like as an engineer?
So to answer the first part of your question, it was really hard. It was not necessarily hard as a day-to-day, here's my assignment, I can't do it type of hard. It was hard where I was 22 years old entering into the workforce with people who were getting married. They were already had grown kids. They had kids who were older than me or my age, and they had been working for 30, 40 years. It was very, very difficult to leave college and join this type of industry. I don't think I was expecting it. It's probably one of the reasons why I decided to leave New York after a year. And fortunately enough, I had a company to support me through that as well. But at the same time, there were really fun activities that were always happening. We would go out to lunches together, or we would go to nearby schools and help paint their playgrounds and their fences. So going to the next question of what my typical day looks like, it can really change, especially every couple of months. So I mostly work by myself, and I have a team of senior engineers above me, and they'll typically give me different assignments. When I first started, I was much, much more dependent on my coworkers, and I would go up to their desks and ask them questions all day. And I've been slowly more and more independent. So now I can take an assignment and I can run with it for a couple of weeks and check in periodically.
Alicia, what advice would you give other students who are interested in a career like this?
I would definitely tell you, if you have any interest whatsoever, to commit 100%. Once you get the engineering foundation, even just the college degree, your world of possibilities opens to taking on business positions and being more business management based. You could move into sales work. You can also move into government relations, economic policies, certain things like this.
What advice would you give to STEM scholars considering school starting in the next couple of weeks? How can they kind of prepare themselves for this coming school year?
So I think overall, regardless of the next step you take, be open-minded and be prepared for, if you're entering middle school to high school or high school to college, be prepared that this is a new chapter in your life. It's a new experience. It's a whole other chapter. So definitely be open-minded and be prepared for things to not go exactly as you expected. Definitely be involved, meet people. It's the best way that you could have an experience anywhere you are, especially in high school and college. If you're going from high school to college and you haven't decided where you want to study yet, I would highly recommend that you go to a school that has different majors or departments that you could be interested in. Switching majors in college is extremely common. You don't want to be put in a position where you need to transfer. It could be very expensive. You could lose some of the credits that you've done, and you also will gain friends and an attachment to where you are. So I would definitely say just to take that into consideration.
Thank you, Alicia, for your time today. Thank you, students, for taking the time to tune in, and educators, thank you as well for passing along the word and serving as BoSTEM ambassadors. I hope that everyone has a great rest of the afternoon, and thank you again, Alicia, for your time today.
Thank you.